The torrential rains in Gauteng have left a trail of destruction and several fatalities. Now, one Johannesburg family has told of their ordeal after floodwaters trapped them in their home. ANN7 reporter Judith Diakanyo brings you a story.
What can you do when rising floodwaters leave you no means of escape? For one Johannesburg family, this question became all too real when they were plunged into a life or death situation.
It started to rain and all of a sudden the water just seemed to rise and all of a sudden the patio was literally undercover.
The desperate mom and her children soon found themselves unable to escape. The raging waters had jammed all the doors shut, trapping them inside their own home.
I was standing with my kids and we were just looking around and thinking, how are we actually going to get out of this house? And I had my 5 children looking at me for an answer. Then the electricity went off, which was very frightening because it was dark then and I knew then I couldn't open the garage door.
Just when all seemed lost, a guardian angel arrived on the scene. Someone had alerted a passing paramedic to the family's plight.
Once the husband had said to me that his family's trapped and he's scared that they're going to drown. I ran into the complex and went to the house, and I looked around and I didn't know how I was going to get into the house. We couldn't get any of the doors to open or anything.
The family was not out of danger yet, but Kariz clung to the hope that they would somehow survive.
It was a moment of absolute desperation because you kind of realize that there's nothing that you can do unless you're actually saved. And at that moment is when I saw them standing at the window, and one of them being my husband, and one of them being Avi and Gar. And apparently there was some other gentleman. And it was a light that I've never actually felt in all my life, because that moment I felt like God was sending us messengers to protect us.
Thankfully, the paramedics' heroic efforts paid off. Kariz and her 5 children were saved.
I just started bending the security bars and tugging and kicking and anything that I can until finally they gave way and I was able to bend them out of the way, enabling me to get the family out from the house.
It is through this window that Avi Langa managed to miraculously save a family consisting of 5 children and their mother. For this family, as much as yesterday was terrifying for them, all that they have is words of gratitude. Judith Diakanyo, ANN7, Johannesburg.